Hi everybody, I'm Dave and welcome to PawnBroker 2020, another Pawncast. We decided to do one more on this subject because it's so powerful and there's so many moving parts to it. So this is going to kind of be an open discussion about what we've talked about in the prior four and kind of what can help you here. We talk about the pawn business being a results-oriented business. You can write all the loans in the world you want, but if your customers don't pay on them or pick them up, what do you have? Nothing. You can have a lot of merchandise in your store, but if nobody's buying it, what do you have? You got a bunch of merchandise. This is about making money. This is about making your business better, and this is about helping you, once again, achieve the dream. So Len, tell us about what you think and the high end of this conversation.
Yeah, so it's we talk about being well-rounded and well-read. It's nice to be able to have a conversation and explain SEO and social media and demand generation. At the end of the day, it's all about results, right? Especially in our industry. That's why I love our industry, right? You sit in with a pawnbroker and, how's this going to help me? Right? What is this going to do for me? And you know me well enough. That's what I love to hear. So,
and I always ask our customers too, how did you do? Yeah. And then the second question is, did you do as well as you thought you were going to? Yeah. Did it meet your expectations? Because really the results speak for it.
Yeah, and I really think more in the small business sector and the entrepreneurial world, I don't want to, over embellish it, but results are the bottom line. It is what it is. So, with all this search engine optimization talk and things of that nature, Mitch, let's show the audience, how impactful this really could be when done.
Yeah. Give us an aha moment. Yeah. Give us that moment where you look at this and go, oh.
Yeah,
and
wow.
The light bulb goes off because this is what we're desperately trying to do. Mm-hmm. We really want you to understand how important this is, how impactful this is for your business. This is not about us. This is about your business and how impactful it's going to be for you. And I want you to we're going to show you a slide in a minute. And the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa. Yeah. It really blew my mind.
I call it a head snap moment, right? It's like, what? It's one of those. So I think it's really important. Let's show some results here. These are real use cases through Mitch's business. So
yeah, thank you. So I help a lot of different industries rank on the search engines. Dentists, pest control, you name it. I've helped different businesses. And my pawn clients get the most results by far. In fact, it makes me think I need to get in the pawn business, to be honest with you guys. So let's show this screen. Let's show this slide up here. A fact when it comes to SEO, which is ranking on the searches, is it worth your time to do? I mean, are your potential customers really, how many of them are really searching for you? And is it worth your time in investment in time and money to rank on the top? This is
busy, man. I got so much to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nonstop from when I get in the store until the time I leave.
Yeah, I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth your time, right? And so I've got a pawn client that's got they've got multiple locations. And these are the averages in December 2019. And my fact that I want you guys to think about is that owning the real estate on your customer's phone absolutely helps you meet your sales goals, okay? These are real numbers from one of my pawn clients. These are his averages for December of 2019, okay? So in December of last year, each of his stores averaged 46,000 people that did a search and saw their store on the results.
Yeah, think about that, 46,000 people. This is one store, this is an average.
Yeah.
46,000 people seeing your store.
And these are 46,000 people that aren't driving by in a car looking at a billboard that don't need a pawn shop. These are people that are actively looking for a pawn shop right now.
Correct.
That's the difference.
That's the customer you want.
That's the aha moment. And so what happened? What were the results? They had 933 people take one of the top 3 actions, guys. So 163 people on average visited their website. 216 people clicked for driving directions. Let me ask you guys, have you guys ever done a Google search for a local business and you click for driving directions? Have you ever done that before?
I have.
Okay, what do you then do?
I go there.
You drive there, right?
And understand the power of this here, because that means that's 216 new customers, which are worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, your current customers don't need the driving directions. They've been there before.
They know where you are.
So those are new customers, and then 554 phone calls, gentlemen. That's new customers picking up their phone and calling you after they do a search. Now, I'm only able to track it if they search on their cell phone. If they're searching on their desktop computer or iPad and then call you, I don't even track it. So I would bet it's 20 to 40% more calls than that. But the ones that I'm able to track for this client of mine, they're averaging 554 calls in December.
So
that's a lot of new business.
If we called your client right now,
right,
and said, listen, tell me, really, just us girls talking, Is it really worth your money to do this? What is he going to tell me?
Well, every time I ask him, because I want to know the same thing, because I want my client to think I'm the best investment that they make, where it's just a no-brainer. And I ask them every time, when you have a new, what they do is every time a new customer walks in the door, they say, how'd you find us? They say every single time, yes, I did a Google search. There's a few that said, oh, my buddy went here and he said you guys did a great job. But that's 2%, right?
Yeah,
so
what an unbelievably impactful piece of information. And what's great about this, anybody out there that's watching this, you're seeing this slide, you can see in real numbers how it impacts you and how it benefits you. You can see what your money's worth, what your time is worth. And I just made the analogy a little while ago, you know, it's like being too busy driving to stop and get gas.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to be forced into making a decision that whether you get gas or you walk, but you're going to have to get gas. In this day and age, this is one of those things that you're really going to have to think about it, because you can't be so busy running your store and trying to get results that you overpass or you look over the one thing that could really get you results and that you can see.
Yeah, and again, I'll take a step back. We talk about achieve the dream here at Data Age, and you know, I was a business owner. You know, people get into business. They don't get into business and say, yeah, I'm getting into business because I just want to be mediocre.
I want to work for 40 years and die.
Yeah, they have a goal, they have dreams, and you know, some people, they open up their stores and they just hit it and they're blessed, but most people need to work at it, right?
Yeah.
And you know, no one wants to be mediocre. Mediocre is for the JV. You know, this little step right here is varsity level stuff, guys. It's varsity level. It doesn't take a lot to do, and I cannot emphasize enough that if you don't know about it, make a phone call. I mean, I'm very, very accessible. I welcome all opportunities because that's how we get better. But this is really a major step in achieving whatever your goals are. I don't know what your goals are, but they're your goals, and I'll bet you they're very important to you. This right here, this use case alone is a head snap moment.
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you guys, I can get 554 phone calls to come into your store, but another great episode that you ought to do is how do you increase the chances of turning that phone call into a customer?
Right.
That's a great episode for the future. I want to recommend you do that because I can't control that, but as far as my little niche of specialty of getting 554 new phone calls to your store, that's a no-brainer. We just got to get you ranking at the top.
And we'll be talking about that in the future on when your customer comes in, how do you keep them? How do you get what you need to get, and how do you give them what they need? Because it's a give and take here, and we'll be going into that in the future.
And to his point there, you're right. We could probably go to Pawn Master Nation, and there's 500 different pawnbrokers that have their own unique way of securing new business, whether it's through rapport or whatever. But what I love about this is the formula is pretty linear, it's pretty basic, you just got to do it.
It's predictable. Yeah, it's predictable. You just got to do it.
Right.
And you can test yourself. Go 5 miles away from your pawn shop and do a search for the best pawn shop and see if you show up. If you don't, your competitor's getting those calls, not you.
Okay. If you don't, call us.
Yeah, if you don't call Lynn.
And we'll help you get there.
Yeah,
Okay?
for sure.
So that's it for this. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Make sure you text broker to 29288 so you can stay abreast of everything that's going on. And thank you so much.